So I'm going to turn over this conference to Chief Young with the Sheriff's Office.
Well, good afternoon. I appreciate you being here. Try to clarify some issues. There are some issues that we haven't finished yet or fixed yet. So I'll give you a quick timeline of how this event took place. Yesterday, March 27th, at approximately 12:45, we received a 911 call from Zach Peters at 9176 South Clearview. Mr. Peters stated that he had been involved in a shooting. People had come into his house, and then we left, and he had discharged his weapon. Our first deputy arrived on scene at 12:47. As he was approaching the residence, he noticed one individual down in the driveway and was deceased. Our deputy continued in, Lieutenant Stout continued into the residence, and he noticed two more individuals who appeared to be deceased in the house. At that point, we had, just before we made entry, he had dispatch tell the homeowner, Mr. Peters, to put his weapon down and secure it, and Lieutenant Stout went ahead and cleared the residence, and there were no other issues there in the house. While we were processing the scene, we transported Mr. Peters to the station here and did an interview with him. That interview is part of the investigation. I'll not talk about it, the specifics of that interview with him. While the scene was being processed, we received information from the Broken Arrow PD that they had somebody claiming to be involved in the incident there at Clearview, so we dispatched deputies to that location. Prior to that call coming in, we were not able to locate a vehicle that would associate with the three individuals who there that didn't appear to belong there, believed to be there, belong there, and we were not able to look for that or find that vehicle. Deputies from the Wagoner County Sheriff's Office and Broken Arrow PD officers searched the area and could not find a vehicle. When we received this Broken Arrow call from Broken Arrow PD, I sent two deputies to that location, and they spoke to Ms. Rodriguez. I believe all of you have her information at this time. Ms. Rodriguez invoked her right to silence and did not give any further information other than who she believed the three individuals were that were at the house. At this time, we have not verified that information on who these three individuals deceased are. We're still trying to confirm that. The medical examiner has those bodies and is trying to come up with an identification for those three individuals. We will let you know when we're confident that those are the individuals that we believe they are. We have tentatively notified some of the family, but again, we have not confirmed the identity of those individuals. We also received information about Ms. Rodriguez's involvement in that burglary / shooting, and she was arrested and booked into Wagoner County Jail on 3 counts of first-degree murder, 1 count of first-degree burglary, and 1 count of second-degree burglary. At this time, the investigation will continue. We will, as a process of, we have 3 dead individuals. This case will be presented to the district attorney's office for adjudication of whether they will proceed with a prosecution on Mr. Peters or not. But that will be up to the DA. We'll present a case to the DA's office. We also will present the case on Ms. Rodriguez to the DA's office. But we still have some investigative responsibilities that we have to attend to. and we will get that done as expedited as possible. All right, that's all the information I have. One question.
Is there a fifth witness or suspect?
There are other, there's not another suspect. We do have a witness that gave some information.
How about a linkage between Mr. Peters and the suspects involved in the action?
At this time, we're still investigating that contact, but right now, we don't really believe that the suspects and Mr. Peters have a connection, but we're trying to clarify as to why they chose that house. Was it random, or was there some other knowledge that the suspects had that they chose that house?
And how about his actions? Do you have a feel for the situation he was in? I know it's still under investigation, but the standard ground law is pretty strong. How do you think that stands?
Repeat that?
How does he stand under Oklahoma standard ground law in terms of his actions?
Well, I'm not an attorney, so I will allow the district attorney's office to address that. But the district attorney's office does not have the case presented to them yet. You know, it's hard for me to guess on, because my understanding is that's a defense. So I will not venture into that legal decision or question.
How did Ms. Rodriguez, I'm not really understanding how she got caught. Did someone see her or her vehicle?
She went to the Broken Arrow PD and told them apparently that she was involved in some fashion. Through the investigation, we were able to determine that she was, in fact, involved, and that's why we presented the charges or charged her with the charges that we did.
Are there any indications that this group was involved in other actions?
In her probable cause affidavit, it states she apparently knew the shooter and had previous knowledge of the house. Can you expand on that?
No.
Was there any evidence they've been involved in other activities, or the four of them got together just for this elaborate group?
Not that we've been able to determine at this time, but like I said, the investigation continues. We still have 3 dead persons, 3 dead bodies, and we want to have as much information as possible. One last question.
How many shots were fired?
Multiple shots.
More than 3?
Multiple. Yeah. One last.
Was that witness in the car, the same car as Rodriguez?
We'll hold on to that until the further investigation is completed. Okay? Thank you. Any further information? All right. Appreciate you coming, and that will conclude our briefing for this afternoon.
My name is Jack Thorpe. I'm the First Assistant District Attorney for District 27. This matter is currently still under investigation. The District Attorney's Office is in consult with the Wagoner County Sheriff's Office for advice on this matter, and we'll continue to work with the Wagoner County Sheriff's Office in this matter. We do not anticipate filing formal charges until possibly later in this week or early next week. And at that time, there will be a final decision. I know there's questions that have been posed regarding standard ground law as well as the application of the felony murder rule. We hope to be able to answer those. We hope to be able to answer those questions with our formal filing decision when we reach that decision.
Why were the charges, the murder charges placed on Ms. Rodriguez? Can you explain that to me?
She was arrested by probable cause after she went to the Broken Arrow Police Department by the Wagoner County Sheriff's Office. Based on the relation of facts to law enforcement, it appears that she could have been possibly involved in the burglaries. But as of right now, this matter is still under investigation. There's a lot of things to look at in this case, and after we have at least the preliminary investigation, we'll be able to make formal decisions as to charges.
Do you anticipate any charges for Zach Peters?
At this time, all charges and all the information is going to be reviewed, and we don't know what we're going to anticipate until we see all the information and look at the application, not only of the felony murder rule, but as well as application of the standard ground law as it is in Oklahoma. Yes, ma'am.
Is there anything particularly challenging about this? You know, why you guys are taking about a week or so?
Well, I think this is obviously a triple homicide, and so we want to make sure that we cross all of our T's and dot all of our I's and ensure that we have the maximum amount of information before we make